if you are in Labrador City and you're hitting the road over to Fermont, you've probably heard a lot of news over the weekend. The mayor of Labrador City says he was shocked to hear that 2 people were found dead inside a home just across the border in Quebec after a hail of gunfire on Friday morning. Quebec's police watchdog says someone in Fermont called 911 at 5 a.m. on Friday, saying they'd been shot several times and didn't have time to live. Officers went to the home, broke down the door, and heard a gunshot. They found the bodies of a 65-year-old man and a 42-year-old woman inside. Labrador City Mayor Wayne Button, who's also a chiropractor, spoke to CBC's Bailey White and described just how close the 2 towns are.
And it's relatively close, not just geography, but a lot of people know each other there. A lot of people from Fermont will come over here for services they can't get there, and likewise, some people will shop over there. I myself have a pretty big patient base of people from Fermont as well. So it's pretty close in context, not just geography, but how we know each other as well.
And I guess there are people who, live in Fermont, work in Labrador West, or vice versa.
Yeah, that's right. There is a fair bit of people. There's a few people in Lab City who are bilingual that they never took the ILC route and they work in an Irish motel, and then vice versa. There's a lot of people who work at ILC, but they're French and they want to raise their kids in a French school, so they live in Fermont. So, like I said, we're pretty close in context when you think about it like that.
So, what goes through your mind when you hear about something as harrowing as this? 2 people have died, and we don't know the circumstances, but it sounds like it was pretty, as I say, harrowing with multiple gunshots and things like that. What goes through your mind when you hear about something like that happening so close to home?
It's a little bit shocking. I mean, it reminds me of the murder we had last year. You're like, geez, that's 2 incidents like that in the area in the last 2 years. So it's pretty mind-blowing to hear something like that happen so close to home, where there's, I guess, not to assume anything, but from what I'm hearing, like a bit of a standoff with the cops and a gun and stuff like that. So it's not something you really see here regularly. So it's a bit odd for sure. There are some things, like I said, like crime, weather, the markets. Those things affect both of us pretty closely. So when crime starts happening like that, whatever the reason, you do start to worry a little bit and hope that it doesn't trickle down into your town, or vice versa. It doesn't affect the whole region.
So what's your message as mayor to your neighbors in Fermont?
Obviously, if they need anything, I have a pretty close relationship with some of the councillors over there. Some of them are bilingual, and I have them on a cell phone, and we actually meet twice a year at a municipal task force. So, if they need anything, just to reach out. Same thing with the constabulary. I know it's different, but if hopefully our police forces can work together, and hopefully the community just looks at this as an isolated incident and doesn't let it affect other things going on in the community. It's an unfortunate event that happens sometimes in an isolated town, and hopefully that's all it is, just a single incident. So I just hope that the police find out exactly what happened, and everybody close to those people, the victims, we send our condolences to them, and we just hope, like I said, it's just an isolated incident. This doesn't trickle down into something more in the long run, hopefully.
And that was Labrador City Mayor Wayne Button speaking with CBC's Bailey White.